Hey, shalom, shalom, shalom. I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem, Wahara Kakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Many blessings and salutations unto the hopeful elect, the house of David, the Bayaf would die, for whom these epistles are written for in these last days. And again, always shalom to the elect. The Spirit has gotten on me lately to go heavily into the Sihib, and I'm acknowledging this. And whenever I go through my day, in my daily journey, and just think about different topics that are going on in the earth, all over the world, locally, internationally, nationally. Prophecy is at the forefront, but I would say this: the Spirit has been moving fast on, because the job markets. Everything's going up. Trucking industry is falling apart, which was always a major sign to me, as far as how far is this thing declining and how fast. Also, you still have tariffs that are being, trade wars that are going on, all these things that are going on. And the CHIP is always silently in the background, but to us, not so silently. And, men, I'm speaking on behalf of men who teach the same doctrine as GMS. It's clear. It makes too much sense. To argue against it is really, I don't see it as any other way than bad faith. Right. So I'm not going to ramble anymore. I just wanted to give context, because the Spirit has been moving so much on me to do or, load up, videos concerning the CHIP. And this is no different. So keeping it within prophecy. I just want to go into this. I'm going to play a quick little video. Fair use, YouTube, fair use, fair use, fair use. OK, so this is First Maccabees 1:41. This is moreover King Antiochus wrote to his whole kingdom. It says that all should be one people. All should be one people under what? Satan, the red dragon. OK, the red horse. All right, from Revelation 6:4, which will bring chaos into the earth. All right. And he rules under a system called Order Ab Chaos, or Order Out of Chaos. All right. So he's bringing a system which he already prescribed, according to Isaiah 10:1, and many other different scriptures. Right. He's prescribed a system for something he already created, which is chaos. But anyway, First Maccabees 1:41, it says, moreover, King Antiochus wrote to his whole kingdom that all should be one people under the system of the Roman Empire. OK, it says, and everyone should leave his laws. So all the heathen agreed according to the commandment of the king. And that goes into Revelation, 17:2. OK, also 17 and 18, I believe, 17, 18, 17, 17, where the Lord put the Spirit on these different kings. Also Psalms 83, he put the Spirit on these kings to give over their kingdoms willingly, okay, for the beast's sake, for the power of the beast, ultimately, but for the whore to ride that beast. And we're all leading toward this right now. But ultimately, right, is everything through prophecy, okay, is leading to this point where the CHIP will be the ultimate game changer, right? It says, yea, many of the Israelites also consented to his religion and sanctified and sacrificed unto idols and profaned the Sabbath. That's right. So this many of the sellouts, the 2/3 in this time, will take hold of this ideology. Okay. They will exhibit all types of behaviors that will suggest that selling out to the system is for your best. It's for your best and for your family's best. All right. To go against the system is to be stupid in their eyes. Why don't you just consent? And that's the mindset that they're going to be pushing. Meanwhile, the elect are going to be ostracized from the society, because we will not, and I'm saying we, but Lord willing, I'm a part of that number, I will never number myself with that number. But I will say, the scriptures also say put on as the elect. But speaking as the elect will not take that chip, and they ain't going to take the propaganda that comes with it neither. So it says, for the king have sent many, slacking. Let me read that again. First Maccabees 1:43. It says, yea, many also of the Israelites consented to his religion and sacrificed unto idols and profaned the Sabbath. It says, for the king has sent letters by messengers unto Jerusalem. And those messengers in this time is the media, influencers. Okay. How are they writing these messages now? They're writing them the same way we're doing, in video form. This is a message in video form to the elect. Ultimately, everyone who goes against the elect, also, they're going to hear this message as well, but they're not going to agree. The elect will. Okay. It says, for the king have sent letters by messengers unto Jerusalem. Right. So they have their paid shields. Okay. Esau Edom has paid shields that walk amongst us, that look like us. They held, some of them put on garments. Some of them wear fringes and borders of blue on the weekends or whenever they teach. Okay, and they walk amongst us, but they are sending letters unto Jerusalem to say, sell out. Why are you fighting? It says, and the cities of Judah, that they should follow the strange laws of the land. That's right. And that's why our elders and apostles at Great Millstone and the bishops and the men that push on heavily against figures like Bishop Nathaniel. Okay. Although Apostle Tahar says that he's possibly the elect, and I can't argue against that, honestly. Right? Paul took part in the death of I can't think of his name right now, but you know what I'm talking about, right? In that story, it's slipping my mind right now, but Paul, before he became Paul, he was persecuting the church. Okay, he got knocked off his horse and he became a believer. So it's not impossible. Nothing's impossible with the Lord. But as we stand right now, as things are right now, he ain't looking like one of those type of figures that's really on the up and up, right? He's leading the flock towards a damnable heresy, okay, in the spirit. It says, for the king have sent letters by messengers unto Jerusalem and the cities of Judah, that they should follow the strange laws of the land. And that's a major strange law, to put something inside of you. All right. And the Lord explicitly told you not to cut into your flesh, but they're doing it anyway. All right. It says, verse 45, it says, and forbid burnt offerings and sacrifice and drink offerings in the temple, and that they should profane the Sabbaths and festival days. And they're profaning the Sabbaths and festival days by what? By saying that the Lord's laws are overbearing. Okay, they're restrictive. They're too restrictive. That doesn't produce freedom. Okay, we should be able to break away from his laws, and we should try to come together as one people, everybody in the earth. Now, if the Lord wanted that, he could have allowed the Tower of Babel to be completed. If he wanted that, he didn't. So it was destroyed. Now, this is the second attempt at the Tower of Babel, this time a digital one, using the microCHIP. Okay. This digital Tower of Babel, which I got that from the elder Yashawam out in Dallas. I mean, I liked how he put that, but it is still a great point, because this is a digital Tower of Babel. Okay. And obviously, Esau, coming in the spirit of the ancient Babylonians, the Assyrians, he also likens himself as someone who's going to challenge the power and authority of the Most High. That's what this is all about. He wants the power of Yahweh Ba'ashem al-Shai, but he will never get it. He'll never obtain it. But yet that will not deter him. Okay, let's get 2 Thessalonians. 2 Thessalonians 2:3 says, let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first. And we had to fall away from the law, statutes, commandments of Yahweh Ba'ashem al-Shai in order for this prophecy, all right, to take place. So we fell away. The Lord had us go into hardcore captivity so that we would be stripped of everything we knew of the old world, okay, of the ancient world. Okay, there will be no one left. All right, for the most part, right? The Lord had remnants, and He's going to keep those remnants around. And in that case, in this time, in modern times, there will be Abba Bivens. Okay, John the Baptist came along, reminded us of who we were. Okay, it says, let no man deceive you by any means, for that day should not come except there come a falling away first, which that was prophesied and came to pass. Okay, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. So he's being revealed right now through his policies, his activism in the earth. Okay, the way he carries himself, the bloodshed that he commits on a daily, minute by minute, second by second basis all around the world. There's not a time or place where there's not some type of coup or some type of destructive behavior is being exhibited. That's the trait of an Edomite. All right. As the people call so-called white people. Okay. Not all so-called white people. Anyway, who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called the Most High, or that is worshipped, so that he as the Most High sitteth in the temple, showing himself that he is the Most High power. And that's exactly what we are right now. We're in that realm that the devil, although he's in that little season, according to Revelation 20, he's in that little season, right, where he's taken power over the earth after he came out of captivity, all right, during those 1,100 years or 1,000 years, as is prophesied also in Revelation. Now he is seeking to have true power forever, which will never happen. But for a good story arc, he's going to still try anyway. Many scriptures I can go into. Don't I have a lot of time? I'm just going to hit the points. And I want to play this clip. So fair use, YouTube, fair use. But yeah, this devil is going for the brass ring. He's not BSing. Okay. He ain't BSing. He's going for the brass ring. Now, will he get the brass ring? Absolutely fucking not. Okay. But it makes for a good story. And there's a lot of laughs. There's some ups and some downs. But in the end, the elect will win. Okay. We've already given you the breakdown and understanding of this, the overall, right? But there's details that have to happen first, such as to see him. This is Revelation 13:11. It says, and I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb. Those two horns represent his political system. The lamb, all right, the presenting of the lamb represents someone who, or him trying to project himself as one of us, right? He's trying to position himself as someone who can be trustworthy, okay, meek, humble. That's what the lamb represents. The two horns represent his political systems, presenting itself as meek and humble and of the people, for the people, right? That's their slogan, right? It says, and he spake as a dragon. So ultimately, although he's presenting himself as meek and humble, he speaks as someone with authority who wants to do harm to the earth and anyone who stands in his way. So what kind of animal would that be? That's not a lamb. A lamb doesn't give you ultimatums. OK, it needs to be led around. It needs to be guided. It needs to be cared for. That's not Esau. Esau is showing himself one way, but speaking another way, which that's a classic trait of the Edomite. All right. Going back to Lamech, hell, going back to Cain. OK, that same spirit exists. It's still here in the earth. That same spirit of Cain. OK, although his physical the people that physically came from him are not here anymore, but the spirit is still here. The spirit is in who you call the so-called white man today, which is Kayan, means weapon. And what did Esau live by and die by? Huh? Fair use, YouTube, fair use. Okay. So he's using his political system to what? To push that see him. This is verse 12. It says, and he exercises all the power of the first beast before him, which is the Roman Empire. It says, and causeth the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast, which is the Roman Empire, whose deadly wound was healed. How? Through the Renaissance, which means rebirth. So the Renaissance was Esau coming back into power. Okay, and now he's trying to complete his old system with new modern technology, which is the Sea. He's trying to lock the entire world into the Roman Empire through digital Babylonian means. Okay, it says, and he do great wonders, so that he maketh fire to come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men. And that changed the game. All right, that changed the game when he was able to do things that no other conventional man on this earth could do. And he was able to use great words to spook the other leaders into giving over the power to the new beast, or the beast, under the guise of the first kingdom, right? As it says right here. I'm sorry, the first beast, which was the Roman Empire. All right. The second beast is the beast, all right, which is NATO and EU. Okay. And he's using that threat, okay, to say, well, if you don't conform, I'm going to use this beast in all the power that I have that is given unto me, okay, by the heavens, as he would say, all right, to destroy you because you won't conform. It's a beautiful thing to be that the elect are here, because these people will not get away with what they're doing. Please understand that fair use, YouTube, fair use. We're just watching a video pertaining to the Bible. Okay, YouTube, fair use. Okay, this is going to be a quick lesson, but I was compelled in the spirit to bring it out, and that's what I'm doing. So I pray that this is edifying for those of you that have the eyes salve and the ears to hear.
Embedded World 2025 brought together the brightest minds in embedded technology, showcasing the latest innovations in hardware and software solutions. At the Microchip booth, we showcased groundbreaking solutions, including touch, automotive, security, and automation technologies.
Hello everyone, my name is Bingnan Liu, Embedded Solutions Engineer at Microchip, and this is the GNSS synchronization demo.
This is a really good solution for industrial automation. For example, in robotics, if you have a robot arm, you need to control multiple things. You might have a camera on the side as well to get some video output as well.
Here, as you can see, we have OLED display, fully equipped with a true multi-touch, powered by our MaxTouch device, latest generation. You see true multi-touch.
Visitors explored our advanced technologies designed to drive the future of embedded systems. The event fostered collaboration, networking, and a glimpse into the future of embedded technology. Thank you for joining us at Embedded World 2025. See you next year.
And they do this every year. She just stated they do this every year. And you have to look for words, listen out for words, because Esau is a slick little monster, man. Right? He's a slick monster. Embedded, right? Embedded in what? The skin. Although they didn't show you, but they showed you. Okay. They told you what it was. Okay. If you don't have the eye salve of the ears to hear, you're not going to be paying attention. You're going to get caught out there. It's not going to be a good look to the Lord, man. Okay. Let's get Isaiah. Yep. And they're preparing this system, and they don't give a damn who it steamrolls. That's the point of it. Okay. They're not looking to be friendly about this takeover. They're looking for victims and co-conspirators. Okay. Salaki. This is Isaiah 32 and 5. 32 and 5. It says, the vile person shall be no more called liberal. Okay. Nor the churl said to be bountiful, right? These are people of evil. They pretty it up and they make real lofty language and they make it sound so great. Wouldn't you? I remember watching this video. You brothers that have already watched Sinners, you already know what I'm talking about. But, you know, the whole movie's kind of an allegory. I'm just kind of sick of all the breakdowns on it, you know, because a lot of these guys, like the scripture says in Matthew 24, you could tell the times when, you know what I'm saying, you can tell when the rain's about to come. You can see the clouds forming, but you can't tell the times that it's prophecy. Okay, you can break down Sinners from here to Sunday and you can't say nothing about the Bible, though, huh? Which in that movie, they threw little jabs, by the way, at the Bible, you know, just so you understood. They threw little subtle jabs, huh? You know, even though Christianity is crap, it is absolutely crap, all right? But they tried to basically put it on that the scriptures are useless against these Edomites, you know, posed as vampires. Anyway, go watch the movie. It says Isaiah 32 and 5. It says the vile person shall no more be called liberal, nor the churl said to be bountiful, right? So he's going to be exposed, which he is right now. He's being revealed. He's shown as the devil that he is, okay? In verse 6, it says, for the vile person will speak villainy. Is that not what you just heard in that video? Fair use, by the way, fair use. It says, and his heart will work iniquity to practice hypocrisy. He is the hypocrite, the end all hypocrites. That's why he goes out of his way to make sure that everybody's painted with that same brush, right? That's why he wants the entire world to see hip with him. So he can say, well, listen, you took the see hip. So he's not just going to destroy me. He's going to destroy you too. You fail for it. And I'm sure he's going to laugh just like that. Or maybe more cartoonish. I don't know. It says, and to utter error against the Lord Yahweh. And how is he going to utter error? Well, see, they took the chip with me. So therefore, you can't just destroy me. You got to destroy them too. That's how sick this devil is, man. That's how sick he is, man. And you 2/3 niggas. Okay, whether you have border blue and fringes on or not, okay, and even if you don't, and you in a Christian church or whatever the fuck you doing all this, and the Lord's gonna fuck you up, okay? That's the end of it, all right? It says, and to utter error against the Lord Yahweh, to make empty the soul of the hungry, and he will cause the drink of the thirsty to fail. So those who thirst for knowledge, for understanding, for wisdom will fail at it because you listen to the devil. Isaiah 30:1 says that our people ran down to Egypt for help. And that's what you're doing. Okay, you attending these conferences, you going on these goddamn speaking tours with Esau or going to see them. And you're trying to gain knowledge that you're never going to get from him because he don't got it. And as you sit here and ponder about the truth, you ignore the actual truth. And you make fun of it and poo-poo it. And therefore, that was your last stand in some cases. The elect is going to make it through, even if they're ignorant right now, which we know there ain't many of them left that are ignorant, right? But understand the Lord is positioning his elect in a way where they're going to see through the mist. They're going to see through the haze and they're going to see it for what it is. They're going to see you for what you are. That fruit will bear witness, okay? Yahweh Shemal Shai ain't effing around and was never effing around, okay? He does have a sense of humor, though. But he was not effing around. Okay, it says, the instruments also of the churl are evil. This is an evil instrument. The sihip. It says, he deviseth wicked devices to destroy the poor with lying words, even when the needy speaketh right. That's right. So we are speaking rightly, and he's slandering us. He's slandering us, okay, in the media. He's slandering us online. He's slandering us. He sends his goons and his minions in different forms, whether they be men or women, ugly or attractive, okay? He sends them to undermine the ultimate goal of the Israelites, which all we're doing is reading the Bible and prophesying. They can't get a grasp of what we're doing, so they're going to have to just overthrow the whole thing using violence. That's what their mind is going towards. Make no mistake about it. If you're not serving the beast, then you shouldn't be on earth. That's how they feel. So I just wanted to go into this lesson real quick. I thought it was edifying, and I pray that it was edifying for you as well, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shai, which gives unto us everything we need to make it to the other side. I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Shema Shai, Ba'ashem Harakal Kadash, Shalom to the elect.